Good morning, gardening friends. It is now, let's see, Wednesday, April 18th, day after tax day. And while this may not be a full update, I want to give you just sort of the highlights of what's changed since I haven't actually updated you in at least a half a week. So obviously I have now put up the cage around the big planter. Actually originally I was going to put a cage around the smaller planter. We'll get to that in a minute. I don't know. I just started building, and I started building for the big one instead of the smaller one. I don't know why. And then I ran into all sorts of problems. It's not a full cage. It's only closed on 3 sides, but the major advantage here is double screened. I don't know how well this will translate here, if you can kind of see the screening. On the inside I have this, this is the same mesh that I used last year in my old garden, and this will allow the beans that are in this planter to climb up. Well, what do you know? We have a guest. Hey, friend. How often do you catch a bird that close? If only I could zoom in. Ooh, someone else came and scared him. There's still one in the bush. Yep, there's still one in the bush. I'll just hang out here for a second. Let's see if I can get a little closer without completely freaking him out. Where'd he go? There he is. Yep, and off he goes. So, getting back to what I was saying. We have this mesh here, which will allow the beans, which are growing in here quite nicely, to climb, since the beans in this planter are climbing beans, pole beans. And on the outside we have insect netting, you know, just the same kind of netting that you would find on a screen door or a screen in general to keep the bugs out when you want to have the windows open. So it's that kind of screening. Plants are doing okay. Oh, so basically what I was trying to say was that the beans in here are pole beans. The beans in this planter are bush beans, so they'll grow a little bit differently. They don't need to climb. And then I also wanted to, this is the main reason why I decided to pull out the camera. The first flower on my squash plants. Obviously one plant is doing a little better than the other. You can see the one further back is much bigger than the one out front. I keep kind of cutting off the dead looking stuff to try and encourage it to grow, so we're doing okay. Having a flower doesn't necessarily mean fruit is close behind. The flowers are basically, let's see, you got male and female. I can't remember exactly which is which, but basically the flower is one and the fruit is the other. The little stems that come off the plant other than the leaves. The one bean that got bitten by a grasshopper has pretty much died, so I'm probably going to transplant that sucker. Had another one over here that was starting to show, let me see if I can reveal it or not. It looked like there was something else trying to pop out. I know, yeah, there's a little stem down there, that little bit of white. I'm going to go ahead and rebury it and allow it to pop out on its own, but it's just kind of interesting how that one's growing. It came up, it doesn't look like it's got any leaves, but it looks like there's definitely a stem of something down below. In fact, actually, now that I think of it, I'll reveal it again, because it was revealed for a couple of days, and then I think just in watering I pushed the soil back down over it. So that's the medium planter. I'll just kind of zoom around here so you can get a broader shot of what's going on. I had the one planter over there, it was filled with marigold. They just suddenly died, so I've pulled them out. I've got another section over here on the table which will eventually go somewhere else. Let me get some stuff out of the way, and you can see I've got some spinach growing there, and I got some other greens growing in here. I basically put it on the table so it gets a little bit less sun and there's less chance of these greens actually bolting. But I've got 2 planters here with greens. This planter is the one that actually had the marigold. It's pretty much just an empty planter right now. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I'm looking at building another planter on this side of the wall, or on the side wall of the patio here. Working my way through the design. Don't know if I'm going to do a how-to on that, but we'll see. I was trying to make this a short video. Let's just kind of give you, that's what this hanging planter looks like here now. There are no more of those little lanterns hanging down. Not sure what happened there. It's kind of dying off. Maybe the heat or the amount of rain that we've had, one or the other. Now the heat's coming back. We'll see if the plant bounces back more. Let me just sort of give you a shot from across the way here. You can see what it looks like for the office. And there's a close-up for you. And the rest of them are progressing along. I won't give you every last little detail. We'll have a more full update coming up in the near future. That's it for now.